This is a class 10 computer application. We are taking sample question paper of the board examination. This is section A, expand SMTP. So it's an acronym. We have to open it. S, simple, M, mail, T, transfer, P, protocol. Simple mail transfer protocol. And these are the communication guidelines that allow software to transmit an electronic mail. On internet, we send email. You are using, say, Yahoo Mail or Gmail or say another mails. So these all mails, they have this protocol underlying it. So this is simple mail transfer protocol. And this is a program used for sending messages to other computers, users based on email addresses. Consider the following HTML statement. And we have to say with this A-link and B-link what it is doing. A-link and V-link. So the background color is blue, A-link is red, and V-link is yellow. So here, first, let me tell you that A-link, A is for active. A is for active. So this is active link. When we say V-link, here V is the visited link. It's a visited link. So when you take your mouse cursor on this hypertext, so the color on A link, the color will be red. Now when you clicked it, the color will change to yellow. And this shows that I'm just giving an example. There are certain links. If you find something on Google, there will be some links. And when you click it, you already visited it. So there are a number of links that can come. In order to find out and to be sure that when you click something, you open a new page, now you want to come back and you see that, okay, these links I have already checked, because V-link color is showing you that these links have already been say clicked or checked. Okay. Rashmi has to send an email to Rais. Rashmi wants to send email to Rais. She also wants to send the same email to Vandana, but does not want Rais to know about it. So Rais shouldn't know that she has sent it to Vandana also. And she wants to send it to both of them. Now she will use the blind carbon copy. Blind carbon copy. That is, she wants to send it to both of them. And both of them know. Then she is going to send the CC, carbon copy. When both of the recipient would have an access to see and to locate to whom else this email has been sent, that is CC. But when it is not possible for the recipient to see that who else has received the mail, this is the BCC, blind carbon copy. So here, blind carbon copy is the answer. BCC allows the sender of a message. So here Rashmi is the sender, to conceal the person entered in the BCC field from the other recipients. Other recipients would have no means to know to whom else this mail has been sent. And this concept originally applied to paper correspondence. Whenever you send, say, some paper, you also send a photocopy to include some other people also. But sometimes you don't want to include them. So this was done in paper correspondence earlier. And now it also applies to email. So let me show you. You might have gone through emailing, Gmail, etc. you have been doing. So this is the BCC field. This is the BCC field. And CC is carbon copy. BCC is blind carbon copy. Okay. BCC is blind carbon copy. So this is how it works. Geetu is an artist. She posts her artwork on the internet. One day she comes to know that Shreyas has downloaded one of the paintings that she had posted without her permission. he had further printed that image on an invitation card. Has Shreyas done the right thing? Which right of Geetu has he infringed? First thing is, Geetu has done something of her own, and that is the intellectual property. That is her property. She made it. And Shreyas did what? Without even taking permission from Geeta, he used her property, that is the painting, and downloaded and also reused it in the invitation card. Now, so the Geetu's intellectual property has been infringed and Shreyas has really done a wrong thing. So we say yes, he has done wrong thing. That is, has Shreyas done the right thing? You will say no, he hasn't. Second thing, what is being infringed? This intellectual property rights. Now, if a person is say creating music, it's how he earned bread. Now you cannot copy that song and use it in your say album or movie. That is not good, because you are using the work which is originally belonging to some other person. Define plagiarism, and this is also the same, almost same thing, but it applies to the document mainly document. But I'll give you an example. There is a song. Now after 20 years, some other music director has come, and that other music director has used the song which was earlier made already by some music director. So now you and the other person is saying, I'm inspired. But it's not inspired, it's basically copying the song. You're copying. So plagiarism means when you take somebody's ideas and try to show that your own. And this is, plagiarism is the representation of another author's language, thoughts, ideas, or expressions as one's own original work. Because the thoughts are your own, ideas are your own, expression, you can express yourself, you can write, you can dance. These are your original. So this original work, plagiarism is considered academic dishonesty and a breach of ethics. It can be journalistic ethics, it can be other ethics. Even if you use research paper without referring others, it's a plagiarism. Give one difference between 3G and 4G. So we will take more than one. First thing is, 4G is pretty faster than 3G. It's around 10 times faster than 3G. And we can stream audio and video content using 4G. 3G, it was possible, the speed was pretty low. Now 4G is totally IP based, that is, it used packet switching, IP based, internet based actually. So we have this data transfer rate of 3G is 3.1 megabit per second, and this is 4G is 100 megabit per second. Internet services, 3G uses broadbands and 4G comes under category of ultra broadband. It's quite big. Mobile TV resolution, 3G is low, 4G is high. More pixels can be used. Bandwidth is the highest frequency it can go. So 5 to 20 and 100 for 4G. This is megahertz. Frequency range, that is the frequency we buy in a frequency range, 1.6 to 2 gigahertz, and 4G uses 2 to 8 gigahertz. So there is that is frequency spectrum which part we take, and bandwidth is basically a pipe, highest and lowest. Network architecture, W3 use WAN and 4G use hybrid network. Signal quality is good for 3G, 4G it's best. The communication type, 3G is using circuit switching, 4G is totally packet switching. As I said, IP based or internet based, packet switching in all. Packet switching. 4G. Define the term digital divide. Now, if the people who are accessing internet, accessing document, accessing communication technology, let us assume you live in a metro. You have 4G, 5G, etc. You have a laptop, you have good internet speed, you are doing online payment, you are playing online, but this person lives in a village. Maybe possible he might not have that mobile so that he can use internet, or he might not have the different say services. So there is a gap, there is a difference between the information that you can get or the access to different technologies. This is digital divide. So a digital divide is uneven. Uneven means somewhere it is too much, somewhere it is scarce. uneven distribution in the access to use of or impact of information communication technologies. It can be internet, it can be communication between any number of distinct groups. Some may have good access, some may have less. And this can be basis of social or geography. If you live in mountains, sometimes you may not get that digital content or digital access. Social, some party may not allow some group of people, community. Geopolitical, that is, if you talk about Kashmir, they don't get that kind of speed which we get in Delhi, like this. So this is how digital divide works. Ritvik wants to use a software but does not want to pay for it. Which type of software can he use? So this is Ritvik can use open source software, OSS. Now if you see here, all these big software, famous software, Mozilla Firefox, WordPress, Java, Apache, Ubuntu, MySQL, Debian, Linux, Blender, Fedora, OpenOffice.org, OpenOffice basically. All these are open source software because the source is in front of you. And why they are good software? Because the source is in front of you. If any bugs are there, problems are there, they can be easily countered. Any problem can be countered. So freely it can be used. So open source software is released through a special kind of license, like GPL license, like LGPL license. These are the name of license that makes its source code legally available to end users. That means you have the source code open in front of you and you can use it also. This is section B. This is section B. Write any one application each of e-governance and e-commerce. E-governance and e-commerce, let me take you to the different factors. So what is the elements? So motivation. E-commerce is basically for making profit. And this costs reduction of service delivery because the supply chain takes a lot of people involved and that delivery is to be automated. The internal process needs to be automated. So that, the people shouldn't be paid so much. E-government means maximize social utility. Government wants that their ideas, their information, whatever they are planning, it should go to each and every one, right? So this is social utility everyone can use, creating the e-participation. As I said, cost reduction of service delivery is here also, and automation of internal processes. Same thing. That is, manual work should be less. Objectives of e-commerce is to sale of production services and providing the information provision and online customer service. If your laptop is not working, you can call, they will just give you on phone the different instructions. E-government, the optimization of service quality to citizens and information provision. And also online citizens to everyone, always citizens. The government don't want make you to stand online every time for every purpose. And that agents also, they want to minimize it. Priority is safe and secure transaction because money is transacting here in e-commerce. No, you wouldn't want your bank account to be drained. E-government, minimize digital divide. With technology, almost similar. Internet, web-based platforms, back office systems. Decision-making authority, e-commerce, it's centralized. E-government, for dispersion, it is distributed among the authorities. The target group of e-commerce is customer, potential consumers. E-government is any citizen, Nagarik of the country. E-commerce legislation is just freedom. Everyone can do it. E-government is laws and regulation, restrictions and complexity. So the work of governance of government is to do what? Is to govern. And there will be complexity involved. The services e-commerce is mainly transactional. You see your stuff, you like it, and then you pay the money and you'll get it on delivery. E-government, mostly we have primarily informational. Everyone to be informed. So application, let us see the applications now. E-governance, you can file online application forms for Aadhaar card, passport, etc. You can also file for income tax IT returns online. And if you have any complaint against anyone, you can file a complaint online. E-governance, and government will look into it. E-commerce means you are able to do the online transaction. So taking money and going to a shop, all these things are happening, but mostly e-commerce people are using. You don't need to go to bank, you need to going to the people, standing in line, all these things are now the backdate stories. Online shopping, like I don't want to go outside. I want to get all the stuff at my home. Online shopping. Kuhu has just learned how to do online banking. And she just started online banking. Online banking is basically on internet, you are transferring the money and getting the money, or paying through your bank account. Now, what are the precautions that she should take to prevent online fraud? She doesn't want anyone to get the hold of her account. So the user ID and password she was provided should not share. Also the OTP, one-time password also comes. She shouldn't share it with anyone whatsoever. And also cyber cafe and public places, any transaction should not be done here. And also need to see sometimes phishing can happen. Whenever you open a website, say pnb.com, a website may appear and that is a phishing. That's not the actual. You will use the username password and then other website will come, which is the actual one. So this people have done so that they can take this username and ID. Name the following with respect to HTML. Attribute for changing bullet type of list tag. So here we use what? Type. T-Y-E-P type. Type. So we are using UL. This is UL is for, one is OL, one is UL. So OL ordered list, this is unordered list. So you'll get two disks. One will be having square written, one will be having circle written. So this type is the answer here. Element to create a hyperlink. So for hyperlink, what you're going to do? You use href. This is A for anchor. Href is for hypertext reference. That is the web page. And this web page can be some name like this, you can see. And this should be in the angle brackets, right? So this is the web page you're referring to. Write HTML code to display the unordered list with square bullets of two cities, Delhi and Mumbai. The web page should have a yellow background and the title of the page should be My Cities. So I'll just write to give you idea, okay? I'm not writing full one. Let me tell you. We'll start with HTML. We'll end with HTML. So HTML I'm using the first word here. HTML we start and we have to end with HTML. First thing is this. Inside head, you have title. So you'll start with head. You need to end the head also. Inside this, whatever you start, you have to end it also. And this HTML page is being made, heading you are given, and a title. So this is header and you have to put a title as My Cities. And you have to close the title also. Then coming to this body. Now body background color is yellow. So background color you want to be yellow. So now you have a tag body. So this web page, the color will be yellow. And the title of the page should be My Cities. So whatever you are writing My Cities, I'll show you where it is going to come. An unordered list also you have to make. So as I said in the earlier discussion also, UL or unordered list. And square bullets, so type equals square. You want type equals square. And then you have UL, you have to close. So you see body you have to give. Body you can give. As I said, as you are witnessing here also. Then body you have to close. Then background equals yellow you are going to write here. Then you have to write UL, unordered list. And then you have to close the UL also. UL you have to close. So this, the type equals square. So inside, after this UL, followed by, you have to write type equals square. Now you have two bullets. So bullets will be square bullets like this. So what will be the result? Two bullets. One will be having Delhi written in it. Delhi. The other will be have Mumbai written in it. So we have this LI list, LI end, list. First member will be Delhi. LI start, LI end, and the content will be Mumbai. Mumbai. This is how you are going to make. Write HTML code to display an ordered list. An ordered list with uppercase Roman numbers, listing any three subjects being taught in any senior school. The web page should have a red background and the title of the page should be My Subjects. Now this is clear. So what we are going to do, main things are My Subjects, title. You have to put My Titles. And then body background color is red. And this OL ordered list, this type. Ordered list means numberings will be there. Since I we are giving, that is the Roman for Roman numbers. LI, inside this you have to put science, maths and computers. So let me tell you, HTML we started, we ended with HTML. Head you started, you ended with the HTML. In title you have given my subjects, start and end. Inside this we have my subjects. So this is the web page which is going to come. Here you are going to give title. So title will come as my subjects. Whenever you open this web page, this my subject will come here. For the background color, what are you going to do? Background color, body background color equals red. VG color, for that you use VG color. Ordered list, now ordered list you have to start and here type you have to give as for the uppercase Roman. LI 3 times, because science, maths, computer had to be written here in form of list. So what are you going to get? You will get red background color and 1, 2, 3 like this. Here science, here maths, here computers. This question, form a CSS code within the head for the following specifications. So CSS means cascading style sheet. And in HTML, we need to give style, we use CSS. The background color we have to give is blue. And there will be a paragraph, the font family will be Dotum. So you can say the way the word or the character will be written will be Dotum. And the color of the text is red. The text in the paragraph will be in red. And heading should be in black color. Heading should be in black color. So this is how it goes. We always write the style inside head. Now cascading style sheet can be in text, can be outside file. So you can have a file of CSS and then you can include it in your HTML file. Or the other way is to write this inside your HTML like this. We started with style, we ended with style. Inside this, since the body, the thing is background color has to be blue. So the body background color we have given here background color as blue, colon and semicolon. Now P is the paragraph. As it is being said, paragraph has to be in red color. So color, colon, red, then semicolon. And what will be the font? Dotum. So the Dotum will be the font type. And what about the color? Color red and font family is Dotum. And then braces are closed because body is over. Coming to heading. Heading should be in black color. So we have color H1 color colon black. So heading will be black. Write the HTML code to do the following. To display a horizontal line of green color. So horizontal line. So if we have to display a horizontal line and that too in green color, we use HR. And color equals green. To create a hyperlink on the word click to an image named testimage.jpg. So we have to make a hyperlink. For that we use anchor tag. This A is for anchor tag. href is the reference of the hypertext. And here we are giving the path. The image should be in the same folder as the concerned HTML page. Then we write the image, it can be any like this, and then we close it. Then we write some text, that is click here. And this click will only be shown. And you will see when you take the mouse, that click will show that it can be clicked. It will be a clickable format. So whenever we click, the image will come up. And then anchor tag we have to close. Write output of the following HTML code. What will be the output? So if you see here, HTML, and let me show you first what is happening so that you understand also. HTML we started and we ended with HTML. In the head, that is the heading, we started and we ended. In the title, we added, ended. Title means whenever this web page containing this table will come, the topic, or you can say the title of that web page will be having this text table there. So assume this screen to be a web page. So here on the top, you will see this table being written. Now inside this body, we are closing the body. Inside this body, we are trying to put the table. Table border equals 1. So this is a table. It will be only one line, one length. But the scene is, the border is 1. So if you see this is simple border. But this is the border equal 1. If you increase it to 2, 3, 4 like this, the border size will increase. You can say the boundary size will increase. The border is 1. Now the table, we have rows, and inside these rows we have data. So in this table, these are rows. 1 row, 2 row, 3 row. These are rows. And in this TR, that is table row 1, row we have open. Inside this, we have again TR, TR1, TR2 and TR3. So there are 3 rows actually. 3 rows. Now we started from here. Start table end. Now in table row, first row, we have written TH. TH means table heading. This has to be centrally aligned. Table header will always be in bold because it is the heading, and it will come in center. So if this is the table, I want to write T and T. Anywhere it can come. Center means this T will come in the center. If you see 1, 2 and 3 here, they are centrally located. Coming to row span. Row span equals 3. Row span means this content will take 3 rows. So if you see this O and E, it has taken 3 rows. See, if you have these 3 rows, so the first one, this O and E, will take all this area, all these three part it will take. So 1, 2, 3, all rows, only one will come, 0 and E, O and E. Okay. Actually, we have merged this. You can say the first column has been merged. All the rows have been merged for the first column. This is, understand why they dotted. So these 3 rows are given to 1. Then table heading we closed. Everything we have to close if we open it. Then table header also we closed. Now it will be header, so it will come bold. Now TH is, now we are coming to the second table heading. Table head is 2. So it will exactly work like this was the O and E, but only row span will be not 3. It will have simple 1 row. 1 row. So now TH will be 3. Third one. So first have taken 3 rows. The second is not taking 2 rows. First has taken all the 3 rows because row span is 3. Here only the 2 will have only one place like this, that is first row and 1 column. Here also first row and third row and 1 column. So that is why 1 will be in 3 rows and 2 and 3 have no row span. So they will have only 1 row. So first row, 2 and 3 will be adjusted. 1 row, same row, but the column will be different for 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Okay. Now we have TR. This TR again for the second row. 1 row we have covered. First we have given 3 rows, second we have given the first row only, second, third. Coming to the second row. In this second row, again we have to put TD rows. Now this first row has already been taken. First row has already been taken. So we cannot have this ROSE in the first row. We are forced to start it from this second column. And second row and second column. So table row, always we have table row, then we have inside this TD, table data. So here we come, 1 is already occupied. So ROSE will come in this second row, but to the second column, not to the first column, second column. Again Lily will come in the third column. Second row, but third column. TR we have closed. So now this second row is also finished. Second row also we finished. Okay. Now coming to the third table row. So this is, first is already filled by 1. So we say TD align center. So all the content of this row will come in the center. This rows in Lily are left aligned. By default, they will be left aligned. But in this third row, TD align is center. So this Fancy and Dahlia will come in the center. Same, Dahlia and Fancy, we have said that is center. Now call span equals 2. First, Pansy is okay. Call span equal to 2 for Dahlia. So this will take 2 columns. I am saying the column it will take will be 2. It will take 2 columns. That means, see, this is row, column is this. So it will take 2 columns. So 1 column, 2 column. It will take 2 columns. 1 column, 2 column. So if you see the size of Pansy and Dahlia, you can easily see that Pansy is taking 1 column, Dahlia is taking 2 columns. So call span is 2 now. Call span is 2 now. Okay. So this is how it is taking 2 columns. So I just tried to show you that how it has extended. It has not extended. The only thing is Dahlia is going to take 2 columns. So the size, if you say where 2 is, the size of 3 is, you can assume it to be taking two columns, Dahlia. Okay. 3 will be there, Lily will be there, Dahlia. All these sizes will be same, but it will be two columns. Right? So this is how it is done. So you need to understand call span and row span. This is the main key idea of this question. Observe the following table and write the HTML code to generate it. So here, whatever we have done, this is the, you can say, inversion of that. HTML we started, HTML we ended. Head, in this head ended we. Title ended. In this we gave table. So the web page will show title as table. The title will be table, wherever the web page will be found. So it's not the table title, it's the web page title. Now we started body, we ended the body. Now table border 1. As I said earlier also, there are 2 lines if you see. The border has extended. The width of the border is high, more. Coming to table row. First table row. Now table row we started, TH align center. So this you can see serial number is in center. Now we are talking about serial number first, header. So serial number, this is header. So TH we have written. See, if I say name, age or sex. So here when we write name, age, sex, so here can be 100 names below this, 100 names. So top line is the header. This will always be in bold. So if we write TH, align equals center. So serial number will come in center. Now it has taken 2 rows. Row span equals 2. Size of serial number, first column, if you see it is higher than the other columns you see, right? So row span has extended to 2. So it will take 2 rows to put serial number, not 1 row. I hope you got the idea. Number of students, how many? Number of students, 1, 2, 3. So number of students has taken 3 rows. And here, if you see, this serial number has taken 2 rows. Okay. So serial number is having 2 rows, number of students 3 rows. And now we have started TD. Now next TD. So row span is 2. This is 2. So for class also row span is 2. Class will also have 2 rows. It has taken row span as 2 again. Now coming to the this third one, TH. The call span is number of student has taken. Call span as 3. 1, 2, 3. Column it has taken 3. 1, 2, 3. These are column. So all these 3 columns, number of student has come. Serial number has taken 2 rows. Number of students have taken 3 columns. Then we ended the TR. Okay. First row has cancelled. Means finished. Second table row. Because serial number class has already taken 2 rows. So we cannot have anything in serial and class. We cannot write anything because 2 rows, serial number, class. Already they have taken 2 rows. Now coming, and 3 columns have been taken to number of students, but number of students have taken only 1 row. Now coming to the second row, which is already equivalent to the serial number and class. So this already is finished. So start here, means below this number of students. Now English will come below Hindi, below number of students. Hindi will come after that, and regional will come after that. So this is how they will take normal row size and column size. Now, top two rows have finished. Coming to the third row now, where 1 XA, 10A is written. So now it is centrally aligned. We have said center, TR align center, and 1 is simply TD align center 1 and TD ended. And after that XA 10th A basically it's TD align, means table data alignment will be center. And again this TD and TD is 35. So by default it will come below English. When we come to third row, this 35 will come. Then we have this 10, and same way 6 will come. Okay, same thing you have to write for 35, 10, 6. Same thing you have to write. Now coming to the fourth row. So TD you have to start because it is TR, so TR you have to start, and you have to write 5 table datas. So 5 table datas are being written, and end the TR and end the table and the body and the HTML. Differentiate between, there is a block called forever. There is a block called repeat. Forever means always. It will never end. Infinite. Sun will shine forever. This is going to happen every time. It will go, this loop will run again and again. Repeat means it will repeat. But since it is having a number 10, so it's clear given that it will only run for 10 times. So whatever instruction we have inside forever, it will execute again and again and again till the time the project is running, or you have a stop button which have this possibility of pressing it to be closed. So this goes on and on, infinite loop it is. When we come to repeat means it's given 10, you can have 20, 30, whatever number you want to write. Now this will run for 10 times, only 10 times. All the instructions are going to repeat, but if I say forever and if I say print, I'm taking just an example. Means your name is Amit. If I write forever, Amit will be printed again, and again. Means infinite time. It will never stop till you do it, till you do something. Control C, Control Z, or whatever logic you have used. What about this? Repeat means if I write repeat in place of repeat and I say 10 or any number, so you will be seeing this Amit, that is Amit will be printed only 10 times. You start with A1 and then count 10, Amit will be printed 10 times. Differentiate between if then and if then else blocks. So if then, if you understand that if, this is simple English, if something happens, that is this condition is true, if this condition is true, then do something, otherwise do something. If something is there, if it rains, then I will take, say, umbrella. If it rains, or I will buy an umbrella, or I will carry an umbrella. But this is if then case. If it rains, then I will take umbrella. But if it doesn't rain, then what? That is exactly what if then else is doing. If it rains, then I will take umbrella. Otherwise, for that we use else. Otherwise, I will not take an umbrella. I will not carry an umbrella. I hope you got the idea. Okay. So if something happens, then I will do this. If this thing doesn't happen, then else will come. So the instruction blocks enclosed inside this if block are executed only if the condition is true. Nothing happens if the condition is false. No action has been taken for false. In case of if then else block, the instruction blocks enclosed inside the if are executed if the condition is true. And if the condition becomes false, then the instruction blocks enclosed inside the else part are executed. Right? I will give you one more example. If 2 is greater than 10, this is a false condition. 2 is not greater than 10. Then something will happen. If x2 is greater than 10, something will happen. But if 2 is not greater than 10, 2 is say less than 10, the condition falls, you have to have some else. Means in first case, nothing will happen if this 2 is greater than 10. It is not possible. Nothing is, no action has been taken. But in the second case, if 2 is greater than 10, it's false. So it will come to else. It will come to else, and else say instructions will be executed. Okay. So this if then only for true, if then else, both for true and for false condition also, or else also. This is how it works. Study the scripts given below and answer the questions. What will be the final position of the cat scratch mascot after running the following script? What will happen here? So there is a script, and what is the position? And let me tell you before I go to the answer. When something is cleared, clearness will be there, something will be cleared, and the position will be 90-90 initially. Then the mascot, that is the billy, or you can say cat, is turning 15 degrees. Then it will glide. Glide is simply moving. So it will be moving to position x0, y0. Now this x0, y0 is the, if I can show you the stage, in this stage, the central position, the coordinate of the central position is what? It's 0, 0. It's 0, 0. Okay. So it will come at center of the stage. What happens when the sprite does not touch the edge of the state? So here, two scenarios are given. When something is clicked, show will be there, set size to 100%. But here, you see two conditions are there. Something will be repeated until somebody presses the space bar on the keyboard. This will go. But here, if touching edge, if the edge is being touched, that is the corner or the screen corners are being touched or the lining are touched, it will say touched for 1 second. So there will be some message will come. There will be a turning, size will be changed by 20. And if there is an edge, there will be a bouncing. There will be bouncing. And this will happen if the edge, that is the boundary, is touched by the mascot. Else, if the edge is being not touched, simply the costume will be changed and there will be a message saying say safe for 1 second. That means, if you see here, they're both the option are being asked here. So if somebody touches here, or this mascot touches here, that is the edge, what will happen? There will be some message that it touched for 1 second, and there will be positional change and some change, size by 20. Okay. What will happen? What will happen if it doesn't touch the boundary? So not touching is harsh here. So the costume will be changed. Simply costume or the attire will be changed, and there will be a message: say safe for 1 second. Say safe for 1 second. I hope you got the idea. So it changes the costume and displays the color box with the message safe for 1 second. Now the same question is there, and the question is, what happens when this sprite touches the edges? As I just indicated, when it touched, the first part will be executed, as the if part will be executed. Displays the color box saying touched. Turns on the left by 30 degrees. Increase the size by 20 points, and it bounces back. Bounces back. This will happen. Name the tab and category of blocks that should be selected to do the following. Ask. So username will be what? Whenever you ask the username, there will be in the script tab, we have to choose sensing category of blocks. Which blocks? Sensing category. And if you want to add a variable to store points of the game, if you want to state some variable basically, then in script tab we use data category of data category. Section D, Python. Which of the following are valid variable names in Python? First thing is, a variable name in Python should always start with a letter A to Z or underscore. Only possibility is this. We cannot start with a number. So this will get rejected. We can reject it. As I said, variable cannot start with a name. This we already seen. Now, third is a variable can only contain alphanumeric characters and underscores. Alphanumeric is small a to small z, 1 to 9 and capital A to capital Z. This can be possible. 0 to 9 and underscore. Only underscore. Underscore is like this one, my underscore book. So that means this is rejected. Ampersand sign will be rejected. Okay, it fails the test. Variable names are case sensitive. Capital and small are not same. And you cannot have a reserved word. If, then, else, like this. So these are reserved words. You cannot have it. So here if will fail. If will fail. So my book, my underscore book and hello world will be the answer. They will pass the test. What will be the output of the following expression? So they are almost same. Either be 2.7 version or 3.x version. So here we have print test 3 times asterisk. Second is print 7, 8. In the first case, you want to print test 3 times. So this is test being printed 3 times. So printing, simply printing. Test will be printed 3 times. Print 7 plus 8. Now 7 is a character. Single quotes means it's a character. You are not adding it as a number. 7 plus 8, if you add it as a number, it should come as 15. But we are not adding it. We are trying to concatenate it. Concatenate means जोड़ना चाहते. 7 plus 8, concatenating the character or string, it will be 7, 8. It is not 78 also. Neither it will give 15, neither it is 70. It's 7, 8 as a character. What will be the output of the following code? If the users enters principal amount as 20,000, the time as 10 years. Now, see, there are 2 things user need to enter. Principal amount and time. Now, 20,000 is the principal amount, time is 10 years. If t is greater than 10, what will it take? It's going to check. 10, if 10 is greater than 10, 10 cannot be greater than 10. 10 is equal to 10, but 10 is not greater than 10. So that means if 10 is greater than 10, which is not possible, which is not true, it will go to else. If t would have been greater than 10, first condition, si will be printed, means done, but it will go to else. So pt into 15 by 100, this will be executed. P is 20,000, t is 10, and 15 is 15. 15 is 15 and divided by 100. Divided by 100. So 100 gets cancelled. Means 2 zeros you can cancel. It will be 30,000. So the answer will be 30,000 of this code when it runs. I hope you got the idea. 30,000. Write a code that displays the sum of first 10 natural numbers. How do we do it? We start with x equals 1. We start with s sum equals 0. Now while x is less than or equal to 10, it has started from 1 till it reaches 10. Sum equals sum plus x. And then we increment x every time in this while loop until x reaches that point when it becomes equal to 10. So I'll show you the runs. First 2-3 runs. How does this program work? So x is 1 now. So when we have while x is 1, so 1 is less than or equal to 10. 1 is less than 10. So sum is initially 0. The sum is sum plus x. In x, 1 has come because x is 1 now. And sum will be 0. So sum will have 0 plus 1. That is in sum will have 0 plus 1, 0. That is 1. Now sum will have value as 1. This is first iteration. Coming to the second iteration. X is increased. X is x plus 1. X has incremented. So while this x is now 1 has become 2. 2 is less than or equal to 10. Yes, it is. 2 is actually equal to 10. Sum was 1 in the first iteration. The sum equals sum plus x. Sum is 1 now. And this x has become 2. So sum will be having 3. Sum will have 3 after the second iteration. Iteration you can say. Coming to the third one. Let me tell you 3 iterations. Then you understand well. Now, now x has become 3. X equal to x plus 1. So while 3 is less than equal to 10, so 3 is less than equal to 10. Now sum will be what? Sum was initially 3, second iteration. At third iteration, it will be 3 plus, now this x has become 3, so 3 plus 3. This has become 3. 3 plus 3. So sum has become 6. Sum has become 6. This is after 3 iteration. So this is how 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10. Finally, all this added, that will be the result. First we started 1, added 1 with 0 because sum was 0. Sum was 0. So in sum, 0 plus 1, sum in first iteration will be 1. In the second iteration, sum will be 1 and we added it with 2. It will be 3. Third iteration, sum has become 3. So we added with 3. So it will be 6. This is how it's going to work. It's what the code has been asked. So I just try to explain it. So this is all about this question, 7 question paper. Thank you so much. Take care of yourself.